everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick video. I am sharing two patterns that are absolutely perfect that you must sew this summer, that is so easy, that you can play with and that you can create different designs and ideas around, and it can pretty much be your TNT, which is also known as tried and true pattern. Everybody so much for tuning in today. Welcome to all those who are new to the channel. If this is your first time over here at SewNaturalDane, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next upload or future uploads. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So today, like I said, and as you can tell by the title, and as you can see here, I am sharing with you my TNT, two of my TNT tank patterns. And of course, I will have them linked down below for you for easy reference. The first one I am going to go over. So one, I have like 9 of them. So we'll talk about that. And I did a couple things with them. So let me scoot those over to the side for now. But let's start with this very first one. So the two patterns, super easy to make up. You can get them both sewn in like an hour, especially once you get a groove. You know how you have TNT patterns, you know the fit, you know the right amount of fabric that you need, and you go in, get out, and you have you a piece to wear to an event or maybe underneath something, and I'll talk about that here. So both of these patterns you can sew in, I would say, in under 2 hours if you're taking your time, depending on your speed of sewing. I think that's the high end. I can get mine made within usually an hour for the tank tops. The dresses maybe an hour and a half. I have one from, this is my commercial pattern stack, and this is my indie pattern stack. I'm going to first go over the indie pattern stack because these are the ones that I have the different variations in, the most different variations in. So let's start here first. This one is the Love Notions Title Tank and Dress. So it's the title, top, and dress pattern. Indie pattern company by Love Notions. For those who do not know or who are new to the channel, I am a Love Notions ambassador, and so there, if you are interested in this pattern, I will leave it linked down below. You can use my affiliate link, but also use the code SND2 to get an additional 10% off. So if you missed it on Friday, it would have been this past Friday, you would have seen I was over on the Love Notions channel talking about the title. It was the Feature Friday pattern, which was on sale on Friday for $5. Get on the Love Notions newsletter list so you don't miss when the Feature Friday patterns come out. There's a new $5 pattern every Friday that drops, so you don't want to miss it. Anyway, so I have made, I'll share with you the most recent one I made last, but let me just tell you, I was a tester for this pattern. And so ever since I made it through testing, so the test version I made is actually a top that I used to work out in, because it was just in, you know, tester fabric that I knew I wasn't going to wear out anywhere. So that one is in the drawer, but the other 4 are right here. And I have the tank top, I have the tank dress sleeveless version, because this particular pattern made for knits, did I mention they have full bust front options, so you can cut the full bust option out, which I did for all of my versions. And then I also have this version here with sleeves, and I'll take them off in just a moment. And then this is my most recent version. Absolutely beautiful. This is what I'm calling the wedding guest dress title. So beautiful. So what I absolutely love about the title, and not sure if you can really tell because these are all solid fabrics, but they have princess seams in the front. I'll make sure to pop up the line drawing so you can see it, but it's only for the actual bodice of the garment. It's only 2 pieces. You have the front that's cut on the fold, and then the back is 2 pieces, which allows for nice shaping. And so yeah, this is such an easy sew. You also have the armbands and neckband binding as well. So super easy. And like I said, with the short sleeve version, and I'll make sure to pop up pictures too so you can see me in these pieces and how I style them. So super easy to sew up. And because it calls for 3/8 inch seam allowance, you can really sew the whole thing up on your serger if you choose to. But go over on the Love Notions channel. I shared how I put this one together. I'm gonna come up closer. This title, she has the knit underneath. The knit underneath is from a fabric store here in the Houston area that's now closed. It is, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the texture of it. Yeah, you can see that it's almost like a waffle knit. It's lightweight, it's not heavy at all. What I did was overlay it with this beautiful lace. This is I believe it's the Victoria. I did that. This is the second time I've done this with a piece that I've made. I overlaid this with this, and if I got the lace wrong, I'll put it on the screen. But this is a Victoria lace that I just overlaid on the top of the main fabric to give it that nice wedding guest dress look. And I'll pop up pictures here. I shared how I created this look, the construction and everything, over on the Love Notions channel. Let's see, that would have been June 6th. No, I'm sorry, Friday, June 7th. Head over to Love Notions channel. It was around June 7th. I walk you through the construction of how I put this together. So this is actually a mashup. The sleeves I did not use from this particular pattern from the title. I was a tester for the chorus top that just released by Love Notions. I'll leave a link to that below. And I put those sleeves because it's a nice split sleeve. I fell in love with the split sleeve when I made the chorus top. And so I had different plans for this dress for so far as the sleeves. But I was like, no, I want to do the split sleeve. And I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. And so for this particular version, I typically on my titles, my dresses, I lengthen them by 2 inches just to give me a little bit more length. However, I did not lengthen this version because I knew for the lace, I wanted the lace to take up that 2 inches on the bottom. So you will see in the pictures that pop up a little peekaboo of the lace at the bottom of the dress. And I did not hem the lace at all. I left the edge raw on the edge of the lace, but the actual dress underneath, I did hem that. So that is my title, my wedding guest dress title. So super easy to sew up. You will love it. I say give it a try. My next version, as you can tell, your girl was busy because I absolutely love this pattern. So this pattern wasn't one that I would normally go for because it's the outer layer is not necessarily my style, but this is Know Me 2026. I'll pop it up. This is by the Corny Rainbow. If you notice on the pattern cover, you just see pretty much the outer layer, the overlay of the dress, which is a button up. But if you turn it over on the back, and I'll make sure the line drawing pops up, you will see view A of this pattern is a tank dress made for knits. And I was like, that's the only reason I bought this, because I absolutely love knit dresses, especially in the summertime. I'm in Texas. Love them, love wearing them. Easy go-to. You can always throw something over it, a lightweight cardigan, a duster, anything like that, especially if you're going somewhere and it's a little cooler, depending on how you moving that day, right? And so that is why I bought this. I have made, like I said, I have on one, and then I have then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, you guys, I have 9. So what I did was and it's in my TNT bucket. I have a TNT bucket over there. And I'll pop up that video up here in the iCards. If you're interested in what my TNT patterns are, I'll pop it up here in the iCard. You can check it out. I'll probably have it also pop up at the end of this video. Go ahead and check it out and take a sneaky peek there. But the thing that I did was, because this is, it comes as a full dress. Keep in mind, the length, in my opinion, for the dress for this particular pattern is relatively short. So you probably would, well, it's shorter than what I would like. I at least like mine to hit, if I'm not going to do maxi, I want it to at least be around my knee. I am 5'7". And so, and just so you know, for reference, my measurements, I am a full bust of 45, a waist of 40, and full belly is 55, and my hip is 52, just for reference, so that you know. And so for this particular pattern, and I'll go back to the Love Notions and tell you what size I did cut out. I forgot to mention that. But for this particular pattern, I cut out a size 24 for this pattern. And the size 24 bust is 46, waist is 39, and then the high hip is 48. But then you have the ease and everything. You know how the commercial patterns have all that ease built in. So make sure you pay attention to the ease if you want it to be looser, tighter, snugger, or whatever the case may be. Now, I would definitely say keep in mind the type of fabric that you decide to use. This version, this is a polyester black knit. I wouldn't make a full garment in this fabric, too hot, but it was perfect for this. The neckline of this particular tank pattern, it is higher in the front and lower, if you can tell, in the back. It's lower in the back, which I absolutely love. Usually for tank patterns like this, that are designed like this, is lower in the front and higher in the back. So this is the opposite for that. But what I did was I measured on me from my shoulder to the length I would want this tank to sit on me, and that's how I modified the pattern. All I did was put tracing paper over the pattern, measured from the shoulder down to about where I wanted to hit, and for me it's about on my right above my high hip is where I wanted to hit. I'll pop up pictures of ones I have of me in them, although they may be all tucked in. We'll see what I can put up. So you want to keep in mind the type of fabric that you're using and the width of your fabric. So being fuller bust and using larger size for this particular pattern, I make sure I always use a pattern, that fabric, that's at least 52 to 58 inches wide. It doesn't have to be 60 for me, because what I do is just fold it to the center crease. Instead of from selvage to selvage, cutting it out, because the front and back is cut on the fold. That's saving some fabric. So at least keep that in mind, the width of your fabric, the larger size that you do use. But I have made these in all kind of fabrics. This here, as you can tell, you can't really tell on this because I'm wearing it, but this is a straight up polyester, so it doesn't have that much movement. It's a knit, but it doesn't have movement. It doesn't have body. This is a bamboo jersey spandex that I purchased from LA Finch Fabric. This is fabric is also from LA Finch Fabric. This one is a cotton. So still movement, a cotton jersey, but this is another bamboo. As you can tell, the movement in these is just a little bit different. And so this also came from, it's the same fabric company, LA Finch Fabrics, for these three. I actually have not worn these two yet. Then this is my most recent, I just made this. Actually, stay tuned, you'll see what I made with this coming up on Wednesday. So if you have not subscribed, please go ahead, subscribe, so you do not miss the next upload on Wednesday, and you'll see what I made to go with this. This here is, I'm not quite sure, because that was a fabric swap sewing challenge that I did. So, but it feels like it's not quite a jersey. It's not, I don't know, and I forgot to ask the person, it's not bamboo jersey, but it is a jersey where it has nice movement knit to it. And so absolutely love how this red one turned out. Then I also did, this is actually from a fabric swap too. This has more of a ribbing to it, but it's very lightweight. It's very lightweight. I made another one out of that. So if I have say I made a dress or a top or something, I have yardage of fabric, and if I have at least a yard and a half left of a knit, I'm making one of these tanks. I'm making a tank. It's harder to do that with this because of the back piece. It's two back pieces in the way the piece is designed. You might need wider and a little longer fabric. It just depends. But for these, easily can get out. So then I made 2 tank dresses. So one I did lengthen, this one I did not. This one is shorter. You won't be able to tell, but I did the set. I made Know Me. I'll pop it up here because I can't remember the number. Know Me, it's a Beauty J'adore pattern. I made that entire dress out of lace. Not this lace, it was a different lace, but the lace came from Fabric Wholesale Direct. And so both of the laces came from Fabric Wholesale Direct. I'll link them down in the description box. I left the original design length for the underlay under the pink lace dress. But for this one that I did some hacking and was trying to play around with it, the hack didn't quite turn out how I anticipated. I'll link to that video up in the iCard. But it's still a tank dress nonetheless that I love. And I lengthened this one about, I feel like I lengthened this by 3 inches. And so just to get the length, and then just to make sure that it went down as far as I wanted to. But again, all of these are Know Me 2026. And again, back to Love Notions. The sizing for these, this most recent one, I started out at it because I'm up in sizing. So I started out at an extra large at the shoulder. I have more narrow shoulders, and then I went to a 2X from the shoulder down, right? So that's what I did for this version. These versions, all of these 3, I did the same thing. I started at an extra large at the shoulder because of my narrow shoulders, and then I went from there to extra large down for the rest. So these are a little bit more snug. The dresses are than they need to be, but that's okay. That weight is coming off, but yeah, the tank still fits fine. But yeah, that is it. Those are the 2 must sew easy summer tank patterns you must get into your collection. Trust me, they'll fast become your TNT patterns, and you will absolutely love sewing them up, especially if you have some fabric left over and it's like, ooh, can I squeeze out a dress? Or say you want to do something like this where you want to add some lace overlay and put you some different sleeves on it. Easy. And I was recording when I made this, but I can truly say it probably only took me a couple hours to make this had I not been recording the process, because it's such an easy sew. I know this is my one of my TNTs, so it's easy for me to sew up. So all right, everybody, I will leave links to the patterns and fabric for what I can. Did I show you this one? I don't think so. This is actually a viscose jersey, and this came from So Much Fabric. This is another one that I made. I don't think I showed that one, but I know she's out of this. But isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. I love the ones that have more body and movement to them, although I love them all. But yes, absolutely love all of these. And they will get tons of wear because I love wearing these up under, say, low V-neck tops or something to that effect. But yeah, love. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. I'll leave links to fabric that I can still link to because I've had some of these for a while. I can't link to the fabric underneath the lace, but I can link to the lace. I honestly don't remember where this came. Oh, I do remember where this came from. It's no longer available either. In this particular waffle knit, they actually have a waffle knit similar on Fabric Wholesale Direct. because this waffle knit and the waffle knit underneath here, they look exactly the same. So I'll link to that at Fabric Wholesale Direct, because that is very similar. And also LA Finch with her bamboo jersey, I'll link to that as well. I'll just link to all the shops below, and then you can go take a peruse and see what you like. But grab these patterns for sure. All right, everybody, any questions, any comments, please leave them down in the comment section below, and stay tuned for Wednesday's video. And again, if you missed the video on previously June 7th for Love Notions and how I constructed that title, go check that out. All right, everybody, have a blessed rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.